Welcome to today's video. I needed some quiet time. I needed some respite. I needed to de-stress. So I did things during the week that would feed my soul. This included cold water swimming, which always makes me feel fantastic, makes me feel grounded and invigorated. I had a trip to St Ives to take in some art with some friends. I went sketching with my sketching group, which just lifted my spirits no end, and I just chose simple art tasks, things that I didn't have to think about or overthink, that would just allow me to be and to come back to myself and be mindful. So this is kind of a little video about all of that. I decided to do a little bit more work on this image. It's a landscape of Cambrai, and I showed you the thumbnails in a previous video. Because it was already drawn out onto the canvas, it was something that felt easy for me to do. I don't think I was quite in the right mind space to start anything new. I did play around with some jelly printing. I'm not even sure if I'm going to show you that, but anyway, this felt like something I could get on with, and I just had to get the ground on, which didn't require too much thought, and it was actually a really calming, lovely, gentle thing to do. So I'm just showing you a little video of me getting a bit of the ground on. You see, I have to always remember, once I engage in art, it actually really calms me and is so good, because it stops me overthinking and it calms me down and it makes me very joyful, very happy. So I started to get the colour onto this painting. It's not finished yet, as you can see, but that really was fodder for the soul. That's all I have to say. So this morning I have been swimming in this new pool that's formed on the beach. Usually I go up there to the mermaid pool and do a bit of rock climbing, but there was a whole plethora of pools that had already been formed. So what an absolutely glorious way to start the day, and it was nice to have these new swimming pools just arrive. I had to watch out for there's a few rocks, but it was quite deep in there, so it was perfect for a swim. So I'm feeling all refreshed now, and just give you a little bit of a scenic tour. And even the sea's not particularly rough today, but I couldn't resist these pools. The train journey down into St Ives is such a glorious one, particularly on a sunny day like in this video, and I never tire of it. It brings me a lot of joy. So you can see just how I'm just trying to show you some ways that I feed my soul, get myself out of funks, de-stress, do things that I really love and enjoy. And also this one, the art activities and going to St Ives, is part of my artist's way. I can't say that I'm being as vigorous with my artist's way journey as I need to be. I'm probably going to start it again, but this is doing my artist dates is definitely part of it, and it definitely feeds into my creativity. So I love the Portminster Gallery, and I always find it really inspiring because there's just a really good array of different artists in there. It's a nice big space and there's always lots to look at, so I do recommend, if you're down in St Ives, having a look. And because I'm now a resident of Cornwall, I have now got my yearly pass for the Tate as well, which allows me access to the Barbara Hepworth Museum as well. So that's really exciting, and it's a tenner for the year, so who can complain at that, really? So yeah, what a lovely way to spend a day. So I did play around with some jelly print, as I mentioned earlier in the video, and it didn't really go terribly well, or not how I would have liked it to have done, which I tried not to get frustrated about and just accept that maybe it was a week where there wasn't going to be that much productivity art wise, but I did bits and pieces, like did the grounds and started to put the colour on that painting, and it was a realisation that I just needed to do some of those other things like sea swim and looking at exhibitions, because I don't necessarily always have to be producing art all the time. And if there's a void, say, I can just feed my artistic soul in different ways and let that be absorbed, and that will come through in my artwork in a different way another time. Sometimes it's a time for producing, sometimes it's a time for absorbing, and I think it was an absorbing week, just to absorb things and relax and have some peace and look at beautiful things and get inspired and be gentle and peaceful. Looking more refreshed after the cold water swim, can't recommend it enough.